Anyone fancy a 3-for-1 deal? That's what Grimsby's just achieved. 3-for-1. One, not a surprise. One was actually one was being touted around quite well. The other two, yeah, these have come completely out of the blue, but it's a pleasure to have all three of them. We'll take you through the Grimsby statement, and I'll tell you a little bit about each of them that I know. Grimsby Town are pleased to announce the arrival of 3 new signings ahead of tomorrow's game against Notts County. Obviously, we know about midfielder Harry Wood. He was part that was really linked, thanks to Matt Dean as well yesterday. That was now enough quoted. He's a 21-year-old midfielder on loan from Hull. He was at Shelburne in the first half of this season, and has decided to come in and help Grimsby develop. We've also signed striker Justin Obikwu on loan for the rest of the season from Coventry. Apparently a very, very promising young striker. Like I said, has had a successful period for Coventry's under 21s. Recently signed a long-term deal with Coventry just before he made the move to Blundell Park for the remainder of the season. So, 19-year-old striker there. I can kind of tell what he's looking for. I think David's looking for pace and quickness. In fact, the Grimsby statement basically is and said the 19-year-old had a breakthrough season with the Sky Blues under 21s last term, and the young forward's progress earned him a place in their pre-season tour of Portugal and a regular spot in Mark Robbins' matchday squad so far this season. David Artell did say Justin is a young, energetic, quick, strong, and he runs in behind. That should tell you roughly what he's looking for his style of football. I think he wants people to run in behind with some good slick passing. There are elements of his game that he still needs to work on, but what he does provide is something that we haven't got, and that is real raw pace up the top end of the pitch, which is true. I mean, really, when you think about it, we had Danny Rose, but as for fitness, I think Donovan Wilson can do that, but I don't think we had, at the moment, with Donovan and Akil, struggling for fitness, I think bringing this young lad in, having the pace, could be a real good move. David goes on to say it's his first loan, so we've got to be a little bit careful with him and not expect too much too soon. But everyone at Coventry and ourselves think he's ready for first team football, and hopefully we'll see plenty of that going forward at Grimsby. And this is another one that came completely out of the blue. Now, I remember saying in one of my previous videos in the last day or so, there will be 1 or 2 permanent signings. And we've made one that has completely come out of the blue. It's kind of surprised me. We've got... Now, I'm going to try and say his name exactly correct. Apologies if I don't, but I believe his name is Doug Tharme. He's coming permanently from Blackpool. He's 24 years old. He's a defender, which, like I said, I think we've been looking for as well. Central defender, I believe, as well. For an undisclosed fee in an 18-month contract till June 2026. The 24-year-old came through the ranks at Wrexham and had spells with Curzon Ashton and Connors Quay Nomads before an impressive spell with Southport caught the eye of Blackpool. And Blackpool also do like to progress youngsters if they can. So he's got a bit of pedigree. 24 years old, pretty well seasoned now as a player. Still young enough to really develop. Artell did go on to say, Doug is a big, strong lad and someone we have been tracking for a while. We're excited to get the deal done because it's an area we need to strengthen. And can't really disagree. It is an area that we needed more strength in. We're delighted to get someone in, Doug, who really wants to be here, is what he goes on to say. He wants to impress, and he wants to, and that's what I love to hear, that he wants to be here. He wants to be at the club. And it's a delightful shock, shall we say, with two of these. I know people saying, well, we've got two loanees and a permanent. Yeah, it looks like we've got Justin Obikwu, who looks like he's got the pace up front that we're looking to probably run off Danny Rose for the time being. I think it's just, to help out the likes of Donovan Wilson to get them back fully fit. Well, I'm sure Justin will be capable of that. It'll be interesting to see how he plays. I wonder if they will be involved against Notts County by the looks of it. And, of course, going back to Harry Wood, obviously, who is the guy that was being spoke about on social media, and like I said, by Matt Dean yesterday, that a loan had been agreed. It's finally been announced. Obviously, they look like three promising gets for the club. It really seems as though he's gone for young, fresh, and pacey, I think is what David's gone for. And I think, a few fresh faces pretty early in the window, to be fair. Kind of shows you, again, the backing that the club is prepared. They've always said this, if the manager wants somebody and they can make it happen, they'll make it happen. It seems like that is exactly what they've done. Especially with Doug Tharme. I mean, he really has come out the blue. But great to have him here. A little bit about Doug, by the way. He is from Birkenhead in England, so he's obviously 24 years old. He's also played for the likes of Tamworth on loan and Telford as well, and Accrington he spent on loan last season. So, obviously, he will know Harvey Rogers as well. So, I like this because they're all three young players. And, it's exciting. Again, we can't get carried away, but I knew one was close. I didn't realise how close the other two were, but there you go. It's as well with Doug, he's a 6 foot defender as well, so he's 6 foot, but like I said, in his youth career at Wrexham. So, I mean, this is a turn up for the Bucks, isn't it? So we've got early strength in all three areas. We'll just have to see how they go. I'll be intrigued to see what Harry Wood does after playing for Scunthorpe. I have seen someone on X about Justin saying we've got, quite a young player there, and I think he is very highly thought of at Coventry. So I was planning on doing possibly a Harry Wood video, but since they brought three out at once, I thought I'd do one big video at once, welcoming all three of the lads to Blundell Park, and all could and probably will be involved in the matchday squad against Notts County tomorrow. What a day, eh? From near enough finding out Harry was pretty close to two that really have come out of the blue, but we know the kind of history that David Artell has with youth players as well. So again, it's about having players like this and contacts, which I'm sure I know David Artell would have. So a great start to the window after, it took us 10 days or so, but a great start to the window for David Artell. We won't want to get carried away because I admit I've never seen, to be fair, either of these three play. But they're young, they've got some pace to them. Sounds like they've got some power as well. It's all promising. We'll see how it goes. Welcome to the lads. It's a pleasure to have them here, and I'm sure all Grimsby Town fans will give them a rousing welcome if they all get involved in tomorrow's game at Notts County. In the meantime, unless any other late news comes out at Grimsby, then this will be last video till the review of tomorrow's game against Notts County. But like I said, a cracking start to the business. On paper, obviously, we'll give these lads a chance to bed in and see how they come on throughout the remainder of the season. But welcome to all three of them. Pleasure to have them all here. Leave me your comments down below, and are you happy with the 3-in-1 day? That's a good deal, isn't it? 3-in-1 day. And let me know your comments down below, and let me know whether you're pleased with the business. Are you surprised by the business? Because as you can probably hear my voice, I am. And do hit that like button, do hit the share button, do hit the subscribe button, subscribe, and hit that bell. That'll let you know when I update some more videos. And I'll see you back with a review after tomorrow's game against Notts County. Until then, I'll see you guys very soon. Up the Mariners, and can you believe it? 3-in-1. Getting Artell. Well done. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.